Thursday, October 3rd, 2024. And I don't know why The View decided to start today by talking about Melania Trump and her stance on abortion and reproductive care. I don't know why they showed a clip of her. It's painful to watch her speak because it's so slow. Um, it's like every word is painful coming out of her mouth. I don't believe a word she says about anything. She's as much a liar and a grifter as the husband. So I don't know. And, I agree with the rest of them that said like, this is all just like, let's try to soften the image. Anybody that falls for the fact that Melania Trump said something about a policy and that is somehow going to affect that somehow softens Donald Trump or she's going to change some sort of um, uh, uh, legislative idea or executive order or any kind of his political platform is kidding themselves, just kidding themselves. Um, and I, I do agree. She doesn't want to go back to the White House. She doesn't want to be first lady. She doesn't want any of this stuff. She wants the money. And I disagree with Amy Alyssa Farrah Griffin. I don't think she gives a shit if Trump goes to jail. I think it would probably be preferable to her too. Like it's out of her hair. Um, Cash in that Truth Social stock and get out of Dodge. Anyway, I don't know why that was a topic, but because the big news is Jack Smith dropping the whatever it was 160 page uh brief. What is it? Uh Detailing everything that Trump did during the January 6th and how he caused the January 6th terrorist attack on the Capitol. And I uh oh, I love this so much. I love that. I know he's whining. He's always going to call election interference. Doesn't matter. Like he got that. It when he has that thing stuck in his head, he just throws it back out there. He just his verbal word salad that he vomits up over and over again. His little phrases. So of course he's going to call it election interference, and of course he's going to you know say he's not guilty and none of this matters and he has immunity and all that kind of stuff. He never ever says that he didn't do it. Really. He just says that he's, it's over. He's got immunity. It's political attack. It's election interference. He always says all these things, but he never says I didn't do it. Really. Um, so I didn't read it, but I have seen the highlights of it, which is fascinating. He we know most of it, but just it's there in black and white, and some of the stuff that's redacted, they take the person's name out, um, and but he talks about there's a line in there where it talks about his daughter and son-in-law, but the names are redacted, like we don't know who they are. There's a senator who helped him with the call in Georgia. That's clearly Lindsey Graham because he's in deep doo doo. Um, the 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 biggest thing is that, and this is what they, Alyssa alluded to it, and we've talked about it forever. He's trying to stay out of jail, and this one he's so very specifically guilty on. In the Georgia case, he's so guilty, and in the documents case, he's so guilty. And he's got sentencing coming up at the end of November for what the hell was he convicted of? 34 felony counts. I can't even remember what it's for now. Anyway, doesn't matter. That sentencing's coming up at the end of November. So I would be nice to see um him get his ass handed to him in the election, lose in court, get sentenced in November, um, have all of these trials continue, and be found guilty of all of them, and then like have just we need some silence. I just don't want to see or hear from him again for a while. Um, Now that doesn't mean anyone should harm him. That can happen in prison. I shouldn't say that. Um, but it is a good reminder to everybody. Oh, right, he did do all this. He is responsible for this. It's funny to me that they want to sort of wash. January 6th away. Like, why are we talking about the past? We want to look forward. But he brings up the past every fucking day. All of his rallies talk about his crowd sizes. The winning the 2020 election, which is a lie. Um, he's talking about Afghanistan. That's the past. So it's like, if you don't want to talk about the past, you don't get to cherry pick. Just I don't want to talk about that particular part of the past, which was like one of the darkest days of our democracy, that he caused. I don't know. Anyway, uh, that I think is it's an important element to what is happening. Again, I don't think it sways anybody. Um, I maybe it helps those people that are on the fence. I still don't understand how anybody's on the fence. I think people are just trying to find ways to justify themselves to what they already believe. Um, but uh, and the stupid fucking evangelical Christians, you know, see him as their, the second coming of Jesus. And I feel like if they believe that that he was sent by God, um, that it would probably be as a test to see whether or not they would worship at a false idol, and they failed the test. you know. Um, anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about evangelical Christians, because they're just bigots. Uh, anyway, it's a Thursday, and it's nice out. I'm gonna go mow my lawn.